Part 19, My Report on the McCarrick Report by Patrick Parson. We continue Chapter 6 of the McCarrick Report, Anonymous Allegation During Tenure as Bishop of Metuchen, mid-1980s. As we saw last time, Mother 1 knows something isn't right about Ted around boys, but she isn't sure how to explain it or who to tell about her suspicions. What can she do? After years of struggling over this, Mother 1 felt she had to act by writing a letter to warn McCarrick's brother priests in the United States about what was going on. She drove to a library in Metuchen with lots of envelopes, writing paper, and postage stamps, and found a corner where she could spend the rest of the day working in privacy. After she wrote the first letter, she hand-copied it several times to send to addresses she found in a library copy of the Catholic Directory. In addition to the papal nuncio, Archbishop Pio Lahi, she sent letters to the U.S. cardinals, including the Archbishop of Chicago, Cardinal Bernardin, and in the letter she stated she had witnessed McCarrick inappropriately touching boys. She did not identify herself or any specific victim, and signed the letters with an illegible scribble. She then mailed the letters and did not tell anyone what she had done. She did not keep a copy of the letter because she did not want it discovered by family members. Now, she was relieved to have done it, but was anxious about the repercussions. She needn't have lost any sleep over that concern. Although Mother 1 waited for some action to be taken against McCarrick, time passed, and she became upset that her letters had been disregarded. She started thinking, quote, "It was just a club of men who all knew about it and had ignored it. And then I thought or feared that they were actually involved. And then I began to doubt anybody was going to do anything about it." Unquote. And she seemed to have been correct in that assessment. No originals or copies of her letters have been found in Holy See, Apostolic Nunciature, or Archdiocese of records, nor was any reference to anonymous letters during the 1980s found in documentation used for this report. The only reason we know about these letters at all is because Mother 1 was interviewed. And I'm still not sure yet how the investigators knew about her if no one knew about any letters. Despite her anger and disappointment at seeing nothing happen, Mother 1 did not write any other letters accusing McCarrick of misconduct. Two of Mother 1's adult sons, who had accompanied McCarrick on overnight trips during the 1970s or 80s, were also interviewed. One of them stated he had told his mother during the 1990s that he viewed McCarrick's behavior as creepy and uncomfortable, but did not perceive it as sexual abuse. When she told him she was intended to go public about McCarrick behaving inappropriately with he and another sibling, he asked her not to do so. So even though Mother One still believes McCarrick had engaged in inappropriate behavior with her children, she chose not to accuse McCarrick publicly then, although it was something she has never stopped thinking about. And that is the end of Chapter 6, Anonymous Allegation During Tenure as Bishop of Metuchen, mid-1980s. As we see, anonymous allegations carried little weight in church hierarchy, or, in this case, zero weight, since there is absolutely no physical evidence that any letters related to McCarrick's conduct had ever been written or received. Did any of the recipients even consider looking into the matter? Or did they just automatically destroy the letters before anyone else saw them? How much of the lack of response was simple blindness on the part of church leaders, or how much was on account of purposely trying to protect a diseased system? Will we ever know? Let us seek God's protection and forgiveness for ourselves and others with the Fatima prayer. O my Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, and lead all souls to heaven, especially those in most need of thy mercy.